Back and you're watching yet another interesting episode of Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company Dream Home Season 6. And now I'm sure all of you are eagerly excited as we are because we've come to the final top 10 houses. And yes, on this episode we're going to see a beautiful home from Iringalakkuda. And before that, let me introduce to you our panel of judges. We have Anuj Gopakumar, the Chief Architect of Kumar Group. We also have with us Sudha, Architect and Interior Designer of Swasti. Like you all know, we've decided on the final top 10 houses and we want to know what the reason is why they've gotten chosen. So let's get with the first house from Iringalakkuda, and it's called Kannoly House. So let's take a brief look at this house before I get to you all.
Hello everybody, welcome to Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Home Season 6. Today I'm standing in front of Kannoly House from Iringalakkuda, Thrissur district. We have a big sit-out area right at the entrance. There's also a provision for that on the sideways. Well, I told you about the big window frames that were the colonial style, that depict the typical colonial styles. Big windows, big wooden frame for the main entrance door. In this entire area, the flooring is imported Italian marble. Let's get inside and check out the interiors. First, we have the forest space, which has been converted to a sitting area. Well, we also have an official sitting space on the other end. To start explaining the various features about this place, first thing that comes to my mind is that it's very spacious. It's a well lit room, and the elevation is pretty good too. For ceiling, they have done its fall ceiling. In that, lighting has been given. I'm in the official living area now, and first of all, again, it's a very well lit room, a good elevation, it's very spacious. We have windows on both sides, large frame windows which helps in the cross ventilation and lighting, and they have done the deco in an ethnic manner too. It's a contemporary ethnic touch has been given. For the lighting, it's crystal lighting. The main attraction has to be the chandelier, which is in the crystal form itself. A lot of lamps, so it's a warm color tone which has been induced inside the room. And we have good furnishings, which gives it a very richer and fuller look. Now I'm in the dining space. Well, the dining space consists of the dining table, which is done, it's a wooden dining table, then the rich wood color. Just next to that, we also have a crockery shelf. The LED lighting inside that gives a very attractive look. And yes, they have again a chandelier here. They've used a lot of crystal chandeliers, which gives even the lighting that emits from that, it's really beautiful, and it helps them to maintain a warm color tone. It's an open kitchen model. Well, this is the pantry area which is connected to the dining space directly, and the main kitchen is behind me inside that door. We have a spacious bedroom. The inclination is pretty good. For the ceiling, it's indirect lighting has been provided. It's fall ceiling work what they have done. Warm color tone has been given. Windows on either ends, which helps in the cross ventilation lighting. Big window frames, and the color code what they have kept is little more towards green. They also have a sitting space inside the room. The flooring continues to be Italian marble in the complete area. They also have a dress area that has mirror sliding built-in wardrobes. It's attached with the bathroom. This is the main kitchen area, which has been given its own privacy. It has been kept separate from the the pantry. It is attached to a main work area space and storage corner as well. Well, the various features in it includes the granite top, which has been used extensively in the kitchen, and for the flooring it's marble polished tiles. They have wooden cabinets, built-in microwave, and all the latest electronic amenities. It's an ultra modular kitchen, and in this particular section only they have used the Korean top, what we saw earlier. Otherwise, wooden cabinets are provided everywhere, like for enough storage space. We also have windows on either corners of the kitchen, which helps in the lighting and air circulation.
Alright, Anu, this is such a beautiful house, and I'm sure that's the main reason why it's one of the final houses. So why have you chosen this?
One of the main reasons I think for the house being chosen is that it's a very large house in a big elevation. Even though it's a large house, it looks very simple. Gray roof tile and the white walls with a sprawling landscape. But I believe it has come into the top 10 because of the elegant interiors of the house.
Right.
More than the elevation, I think it is the interiors. Very classic colonial interiors with lovely wood finish. Very lovely finishes, color coordinated very well. If you look at the kitchen also, it's done up very nicely with a lot of wood being used, and the wood also being used very nicely. So I think one of the main reasons is the interiors, the lighting, the layout, the flooring, the furniture, and the color of the walls and the decor. I think these are the main reasons this house is coming.
And so, do you agree with Anuj, or you have some other points?
Yes, I agree with him, but my points are also a little different. I did like the elevation. See, when you have such a large house, designers tend to go overboard with the designs and try to create something really spectacular. I felt that this was spectacular, at the same time quite muted and very well situated in its setting. I like the series of arches. See, when you have a grand a house which is so large, you can actually make use of a lot of elements in the house to create a beauty, or to be able to see the beauty of the outside. I felt the arches along the veranda were creating a beautiful vista for the people to see across the yard, across the lawns. So those kind of external features I really liked. Of course, the interior, like Anuj said, is very elegant, very simply designed, and a lot of attention to the detail has also gone in. The color coordination is very impeccable. The larger spaces have been contained well by the borders, Italian marble, and the different colors of marble that they've used. They've got it in a small house. When you give borders, it works the opposite way. But in a large space like this, you have coordinated, or you have different areas. That is, in a large space itself, you have two seating circles. So yeah, designated areas. So these areas have beautifully brought in together with the borders and the floor pattern that has been given to it. So altogether, the seating, the kind of furniture that they've used, everything is coordinated, and it finally gives you a wow feeling.
Thank you so much. We just got a look at the finalist house, and there's one more entry to the top 10 finalists, and this home is from Malappuram. So let's take a look at the Al-Raihan home.
And I'm standing right in front of Al-Raihan House in Edavana, Malappuram. Every time I start explaining you about the house from the starting, as in from the front side, This time I'm at the back area. The reason I'm starting from here is because of the beauty. They have given equal importance to the front and the back side. House alone comes around 5,000 square feet, and toward the side they have lawn space. Humans lead us right from the beginning and it goes around the house. But you're seeing that stone cladding what they've done? It goes around the house, so that's like a walkable area. Even the lawn space is pretty big enough. To my other end there's a huge water body, so it's a perfect place for a beautiful house. There's a small sit-down area right close to the entrance. To start talking about the various features, first of all, it's Italian marble flooring completely inside the house, and they've kept the furnitures to the minimum, very classic touch to it. They have used a lot of wood blocks like wood strips in the pillars and the circumference of the glasses. As we enter through the front door, first we have the official living space, which has been kept completely separate from the other parts of the house. To talk about the various features in this room, I'd like to start with the flooring that's completely wooden. They even have done wooden paneling in between the false ceiling. The windows are covered by roller blinds. The dining table is made of strong teakwood material with glass top. The wash area is even located close by. They have used a lot of wood and lighting. That seems to be the standing features of this house, and even the Italian marbles that reflects lighting. So we have 2 bedrooms on this floor and the wooden staircase which leads us to the upper floor. I'm in the master bedroom of the house. Exotic and richness completely outpours out of this room. They have wooden flooring, wooden paneling has been done at various parts, which adds glamour to the whole room, especially on the ceiling as well. False ceiling plus wooden framework. I'm at the family living area on the upper floor. The flooring is Italian marble, and there's something unique about the ceiling. It's in the form of a dome structure. What they have done is false ceiling and wood paneling. Some LED lights have also been provided along the wood section. And this area, what you're seeing is they have a balcony area. All rooms actually, they have 3 bedrooms on this floor. Each room has a balcony corner that's facing the river view. It's a modular kitchen with all the latest amenities in it. It's very spacious and well lit. For the ceiling, they have done nothing extra, just the lighting work with false ceiling. That is the different in the design variation. To talk about the materials, first of all, it's Korean top with glass cabinets being provided below and above. The flooring used is Italian marble. In one end, we have the breakfast table. This particular end is used for the main cooking purpose.
Alright Anuj, why do you think this is one of the top 10 homes?
The Al-Raihan House is, I think, one of the first houses we saw in this season at a much initial stage, before we actually got to see the rest of the houses. The one thing I liked about this house is the setting it is in. It's a waterfront setting. It's in the backyard of the house is facing the water. There's a nice large driveway, and the look of the house is kept very simple, with grey and white from the front side, and then I think that the back elevation of the house is much more interesting than the front elevation, with the nice landscape area in the back. I think that is the most attractive area of the house, with lovely landscape leading up to the waterfront, so that with the large windows and big balconies looking into the water. So I think that is one of the main elements of the house. And then also, if you look at the interiors, all the rooms are facing into the water with large windows and balconies opening out. Here again, very simple interiors, lot of detailing done on the ceiling and the wall with wood with backlighting, so all those things are nice. Also the sofa and the color of the sofa and the furniture they have selected or designed for this is also good. I love the veranda of the house in the back, and also I love the white modern kitchen. The kitchen looks fantastic. I think the interiors actually got some marks here.
Alright Sudha, what is your opinion? Why have they become the finalist of the top 10?
The waterfront and the general greenery of the place has been utilized very well. The balconies, the planning of the house itself looks like they have tried to bring in the nature by having spaces that can actually overlook it so beautifully. So the back balcony, like Anuj said, he likes the back better than the front. So yes, it's quite true. The front is a large area, but quite a bit of parking, a bit too much of tiles. The back area is very compact, very beautiful, overlooking the waters. So it's very important that a house respects its environment and utilizes the maximum potential of that environment. That has come out very well here. Talking about the interiors, again, see, we can't always expect a very simple interior. There are people with tastes that we have to cater to. So if my taste is for a bit of a loud, maybe a lot of decorations around me, I'm that sort of a person, then I need a house like that. I felt this was a house that suits that kind of a style, wherein there's a lot of detailing gone into it, a lot of ceiling work, a lot of lighting, a lot of maybe even colors. You saw the greys and the browns, but the colors are very nice colors. They're not those really loud colors out of the shop. It's well thought of and integrated with the other elements in the house. So that's what's most important. So that way there's exclusivity in the furniture. It's painstakingly selected. If you notice those dining table chairs, it's the single piece kind of a chair. That's very nice. A lot of horizontality brought in by the traceries inside the house. Again, they're using the sloping part of the roof. They used it inside the house along with the living spaces. So basically the outside, the inside, the interiors, and the need for a little decorated interiors has been brought in and gelled very well.
And I'm sure you're like eagerly waiting to listen to the tip of this day. Today I think it's time for us to talk about roofing again, and let's start with you, Anuj.
We have talked a lot in this program about the different kinds of roof structures and the different type of roofing materials, also about the different styles of roof. So this time we're going to talk about the color element in a roof. The thing is that the roof is one of the, if you look at a house, the roof, if it's a sloping roof, it takes up the maximum area in an elevation. It's a lot of area of the roof is visible. So selecting of the color of the roof is actually very important. It has to gel and match with the environment. Terracotta is a color which we have been using a lot in Kerala because it gels with the kind of architecture and the kind of environment which we have. But now you can see that there is which has been generally used and is beautiful. It's a beautiful color. Over a period of time I have seen that these terracottas fade and it becomes dark brown or black, and I think it brings a lot of natural feel into it. But now there are a lot of these new tiles which is painted tiles where you can see red, blue and grey and green. So when you're using these colors, you have to be very careful. So if you are in a rural setting, ensure that you go for very subtle colors which will gel with the nature. If you are in a very urban environment, you can probably experiment with some color on the roof.
Alright, and over to you, Sudha.
Very true what Anuj said. It's a very important point, especially when the roof is seen so much. In a Kerala style of we were to do a traditional building, if you look at the traditional building, it's 2/3 roof and 1/3 walls. If you were to go for the absolute traditional type of roofing, instead we've started using the concrete roofs, wherein the walls are seen a lot more and the roof has become probably a 1/3, 2/3 of the walls being seen, but yet the roof plays a very important part.
Thank you so much, and yes, with that it's time for us to wind up with this beautiful episode. I hope all of you completely enjoyed as we did, and until we see you the next time, it is all of us telling you